So this one flew under my radar. Funnily enough, releasing in October, so I don't actually know when this video is actually going to release. You know, I was kind of thinking maybe it is a little bit too early for me to be starting Christmas in the month of Halloween. But to be fair, you should see my local supermarkets. I honestly saw Christmas jumpers going up in clothing stores towards the end of August this year. It's getting earlier and earlier. But complaining about the commercialism of Christmas aside, the season is somewhat upon us, as a trailer has dropped for An Almost Christmas Story, a short film releasing on Disney Plus on November 15th. With that date, I suppose Almost Christmas is quite fitting. Now this short tells the kind of true story about a young owl that gets trapped in a Christmas tree bound for New York City, and the journey through the city that never sleeps that follows. And yes, it's somewhat based off of a true story, as the real-life inspiration followed an owl that would come to be known as Rocky that went viral back in 2020 after he accompanied the Christmas tree bound for the Rockefeller Plaza. I never would have thought Disney would be doing a true story type of story in the modern age, but here we are. What did they base Frozen off of? Luckily, anyway, in the real world, this owl was found by workers and after a brief checkup, returned to the wild, but not before capturing the eyes of the nation. Since his release, he's had articles, a children's book, and now this short movie written about him. A viral sensation for the ages, if there ever was one, immortalized now into animation. Anyway, this actual Disney movie here has some serious talent behind it. It's being directed by David Lowery, who directed The Green King a couple years ago, along with the sleeper hit A Ghost Story. All live action, and this is his first animated project. The closest he's come to anything like this kind of story was the remake of Pete's Dragon back in 2016, which I also have not seen, but it seems that not really anyone has. It's also being produced by Alfonso Cuarón of Gravity, Roma, and Harry Potter 3, the scary and arguably best one, fame. It turns out that Cuarón has been producing a trilogy of short movies released on Disney Plus starting back in 2022, and this is the culmination of that holiday trilogy. The cast is absolutely stacked for this as well. You've got John C. Reilly playing the folk singer we see in this trailer, but then we also get Natasha Lyonne and Jim Gaffigan in substantial roles as well. Not any like major A-listers, but still a very talented group of people to bring this story to life. Hey, you're halfway through this video, come subscribe if you want to see more. We'll review this film on November 15th. Back to the rest of the video. Obviously, as well, this is going to deviate from the real story to a certain extent, as Moon the Owl, as he's known here, is going to go on an adventure through New York City and find friendship in a young girl called Luna. A lot of moon imagery going on here. This has all the wholesome charm you want out of a Christmas movie, coming out in November. The warm orange and brown glow over this whole film reminds me of that kind of sitting by the campfire vibe. And whilst yes, it looks like another story of someone teaching another about the magic of Christmas, the animation style is good enough to carry us along and keep the kids entertained. Plus, with the likes of Lowery and Cuarón attached, both have incredible resumes. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a much deeper level to this movie than this trailer is currently giving. Given that the trailer starts off with what seems to be the death of Moon's father, I definitely think we're getting more of a somber feel to this Christmas story. And then let's talk about the animation style. I thought it was stop motion at first. I don't think it is, but it's got a lot of that gleefully homemade feel to it, which is just so nice, especially compared to the more generic Disney aesthetic that they have. Though to be fair, a lot of Disney shorts kind of highlight some of the studio's best. We've covered a handful of those in the past as well, and they look bloody beautiful. And here, a lot of the set deliberately looks like it's made out of cardboard, and some background characters are even just outright cutouts. There's a dog at the end that looks like a stuffed toy, and the buildings are so obviously just boxes stacked on top of each other. It's just so charming and continuing the trend of fresh new styles that we've been starting to see recently. And also, of course, the owl is just so cute. He looks like he's been carved out of wood and has these massive eyes that make me want to just put him on a shelf for safekeeping. Disney's gonna make merch out of him, aren't they? Oh, great. I can see it now. It's nice to see Disney dabbling with this kind of style, even if it is in their classic short form for the time being. And who knows though, perhaps based on the success of this short, it could go further on. You know, does this bode well for the Mouse House going forward with or without that success? Time will tell, but likely not. We'll see. Disney Plus has been home for some more experimental animation styles through the Spark Shorts line, and it's nice to see something else getting a slightly bigger push to get in front of audiences. To actually get a trailer released like this and getting a little bit of momentum? Hell yeah. With such an artsy, almost stop-motion-like aesthetic, it really does look to be just a nice little flourish of Disney showcasing some of their animators' best creative abilities. But also, actually, while looking into this a little bit further, actually finding these trailers, I see they severely underperform as well. So whether the audience is there is going to be maybe up to luck. We'll see how well the actual Disney Plus website advertises shorts like this. But at less than 100,000 views 4 days ago at the time of recording this, I don't know where it's gonna go. I, for one, don't even know when I'm gonna release this exact video, so maybe by the time you see this, it's already out. It's as early as November 15th, so it's an interesting marketing ploy nonetheless. Whatever the case, it's Disney doing what Disney does best, to be honest. Their shorts are honestly sometimes better than their movies. And I'm absolutely on board for supporting a project like this. I guess we'll just have to see how it turns out in, well, probably very, very soon. I'll be making a video on it on November 15th, so keep an eye out if you are interested. Otherwise, I'll end off this mini little pickup now and say, my name's been Daz. Thank you very much for reaching the end of this video. Do tell me your thoughts on this short film. Is it underrated or do you not care? Both are valid. Let me know in the comments or on our Discord server, and I shall see you in a little bit.